Alright, so now I'm going to jump in and show you how you can create some images with Photoshop and with another program if you don't have Photoshop, one that's on the internet and you can use for free. Now, images are quite important. They really say a lot. Like an image is says a lot more than words. And Facebook, you've got to remember that people are constantly scrolling, and if your photo doesn't stand out, you're not really going to get as much engagement or as much sales as you probably could. And it's really important to kind of have some sort of image or put at least some sort of effort into your images to make them look a little bit different or to stand out from your competitors and all of that good stuff. So this one here I literally made in a few seconds, and I'll probably redo it and show you how I did that. But if you don't have Photoshop, I'll also show you another way. Photoshop's quite expensive. So for this we're going to need Pixabay, which is where you can get free images and you can use them for free. We're going to use a website called Canva. We're going to use AliExpress. We're going to figure out what our advert dimensions are. You can just go to Google and find this by putting in Facebook advert dimensions. We're going to use this image text check, which I will explain when we do it. And I'm also going to show you the program that I use to make videos. So what we'll do is I will recreate this image here. But first I want to go into AliExpress and kind of explain to you about images and stuff. So with AliExpress, now you can use images from AliExpress, right? When you open up a product, if they don't have a watermark on, you can use them. Usually these guys don't mind if you use your images. Now these images, like this image here, right? It's a nice image. It has white background and stuff. Now, it could work. You could try it. But there's nothing, like if you compare it to one of these images here, for example, these ones are really good. Like I wouldn't have to really do much editing with this one. If I was selling this product, I could just take this image. Sorry, it's changing. I could just take this image here, and I could just use that one, maybe have a call to action down here or something that says free shipping or the price or whatever. And if you scroll down, they'll usually have a higher resolution that you can save. Do they here? Yeah. Right, so it's quite important to think about, when you're doing your research for your product, think about the images as well. Like these ones are easy on the, because they have, like this one here is probably not too bad. It's got a white background, but there's actually there's quite a lot going on in this image. So it's like maybe this one here would be quite good. Oh, where did I just see it? Just let me find it again. I think it's this one here. No, this one here would be quite good. There's quite a lot going on and stuff. So it really just depends on what you want to do, but I would suggest trying to find products where you can at least, let's see what I got down here, that you can at least have a background on it. But if you don't have a background, you can simply make one, and I'll show you how to do that now. But as you can see, there's a big difference between where are we? Big difference between this product background and this product background. I suspect this one would convert a lot better, in my opinion and from my experience. So what I would do, okay, first you need to figure out your size of the advert you're going to create. So for example, if I'm going to do a website conversion advert and I'm going to do a dark post, which is there's two different types. So you're either going to do a post engagement, which is like that, or you're going to do a clicks to website, and you're going to do website conversions, which is the same as click to websites, same size anyway. You're going to do one like this. So what we'll do is we'll create a post-based engagement, because that's kind of the standard, what a lot of people like to do. And we're going to go 1200 by 900. Are they the same size? No, of course they're not. Yeah, a little bit smaller. I just got a bit of a mind blank there. So we're going to go 1200 by 900, right? And I'm going to go into my Photoshop here. I'm going to go new 1200. So that's the name, 1200 by 900. And I'm going to go save. Okay, so that's my thing. It would actually be a lot bigger at 100%, but we'll go back down to, I think it was at 60, so we can work on it. Then I'm going to go and find an image in Pixabay and I'm going to just go cooking because I want to get like a bench top or something. And we might go, let's go. I want to try to find a bench top. Well, here's the one I did before, so I'll show you exactly how I created it. I'm going to do the free download. I'm going to download it at 1920 by 1280 download. And then once it's done, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drag it onto here. Okay, and I'm going to bring that up. It'll resize for us nicely. We can move it around, put it where we want. I might do it like that, bring the food out a bit more. And now I have a background. Now what I can do, I'm not sure why that's there. I think I need to... there's a bit of a transparent ring around the end, but I'm not worried about that right now. Next, what I want to do is I want to get my image from AliExpress. So we're going to use an example, the one that I have here, the one that I'm going to be using. I want to find a high resolution picture, this one here, save image as. I'm going to save it. What I want to do is go into here, and I want to actually, I want to drag it into Photoshop. I just dragged it into the Photoshop icon. What it's done is it's actually just saved it should have saved, what I want to do actually is I just want to save I know what I did. I saved the wrong one. I want to save this one. So I want to save that one. I think that should be the one I want. Yep. I'm going to now drag that down to my Photoshop icon. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to crop this out here real quick. Okay, and I'm going to double click on that. If you don't know how to use Photoshop, there are tutorials online. I'm going to use Magic Wand, and I'm going to crop out. If it does that, it means you have to unlock it. Okay, unlock the layer. And now I'm going to do that and do that. And then I'm going to go back and highlight it all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go save as. I'm going to save that as whatever I want there. Save it as a PNG. Okay, and then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to find it. I have to re-drag it on, but I don't want to show what's on my desktop. So I've got a lot of secret stuff on my desktop. Let's just see if I can find it real quick. Okay, so here it is. And what I want to do is I want to go back to my main image and drag it over. And it's really small. There we go. I'm going to drag that over like that. And that's done. Now I'm going to do one more. I will do one more just to show you. I'm going to go step backwards. I'm going to go to edit, undo state change. I'm going to undo everything that I've done, okay? Undo. I'm going to keep undoing everything until I get back to the full picture. And now I'm going to do one more. And I'm going to highlight this. Just like that. I'm going to crop it out again. Going to delete that. I'm going to unlock it. Going to delete that. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to delete that. Might try and get one in there. Mess it up a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to save that as whatever PNG. And now I go back to my picture again. I'm going to drag it over. I'm going to resize it. And I might actually put that over here so it looks better. And I'm going to drag my other one. What's going on here? So drag my other one over here. And I might have one in here. So you see how I did it with this? I had 3 and I made them a lot bigger. So I might actually make these bigger by going to File and Free Transform. And same with this one here. File, and then I'm going to go Free Transform. I'm going to make this one a little bit bigger. Okay, now what I did, this is a little bit messy around the edges, so what I do is I put a little bit of glow. So I go back to the image and I double click on it and I go to outer glow and see how it changes. It makes it glow a little bit, and I can do opacity. I can spread it out a little bit more, make it pop a little bit. I can do the opacity down. So I can do whatever I want there, and I'll do it on the next one as well, outer glow, and see how the outer glow comes up. So now I have created a nice picture. Now what I would usually do actually as well is I'll go to the background and I'll go to color overlay and I'll make it black. And I will then take the opacity down to make the background a little bit darker, and it makes the product pop. So now I've got a popping product right in everybody's face, and I'm ready to advertise. Now what I can do is I can actually do something cool, like I could do a rectangle up here. I can color the rectangle in by doing a color overlay, and I can do like a bit of a blue here. Okay, we're going to go off the rectangle. Then what I can do is I can get some text. I can do some white text here. So my Photoshop isn't actually, I'm having trouble with it at the moment with the text functions. I've actually messed something up when I was working on something before, and my text is all messed up. See, like that. But if you want to, you would obviously do, let's see if I can do it. No, I can't do it. My text spacing, I'll see if I can fix it real quick, and we'll jump back onto this. Alright, so I can't figure out how to fix it. I actually have to restart my Photoshop, but just pretend this says free. Let's just pretend this says free shipping, right? Then what I would do is I would save this product, this image, as my PNG, and then I would, so we've done the image. It looks quite nice. Everything's popping. I might have a call to action here. It could say free shipping, which it would be maybe if you're doing the free plus shipping model, or you put the price up there, whatever you want. But what you can do now is you can go to the Facebook text overlay tool, and you want to upload your image, and you want to just make sure you don't have too much text on, because there is a rule that you can't have too much text on your images. It's quite an important rule. If you break this rule, you're in a lot of trouble, and your adverts don't work very well. So I've loaded it up, and it says your image, your ad will run normally. Okay, so that we're all good to go. Now I've just simply created an image just like that. Now this is only if you can't find an image on AliExpress that already has a background. Okay, a lot of them already do have backgrounds. Some of them do, some of them don't. So that's really only if you have trouble there. Now, what if you want to do it another way, if you're not very good at Photoshop? So Photoshop really is all I use for cropping and chopping up images. Like, I really don't use anything else, so I honestly don't know if you can use any other free products or what to do your cropping and chopping and all that sort of stuff, like what I literally just did in front of your eyes. So it's really up to you. But let's say you have an image background, image that already has a background. So we're going to use this one, for example. What I can do is I can save this one. Wow, where is it? I'm going to save this one here. So you already have something with a background. I could even just use like the one I created in Photoshop, but I don't really want to use Photoshop in this example in case you don't have it. And then I'm going to go to a website called canva.com. I'm going to log in, or I'm going to make an account. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, it'll come up with this page, and you can do custom designs, but you can, if you want to, you can do Facebook post, or you can really, like if you just want to get something up specifically to Facebook's, well, what these guys say is Facebook's image size, but it's not. So I wanted to go to use custom dimensions, and our thing was 1200 by 900. I'm just going to double check that. Recommended newsfeed image size 1200 by 900 pixels. Okay, so that's what I'm going to use for this example. I'm going to click design. Then I'm going to drag over, sorry, we need to get that back. I'm going to drag over my image that I saved. Sorry, I'm going to, can I do it? Oh, I'm going to upload the image that I saved from AliExpress. And it's going to upload for it. Yep, it's going to be pretty quick. It should be pretty quick. My internet's quite slow at home at the moment. It is uploading. So now it's uploaded. What I do is drag this over to here. And I can stretch it out a little bit here and here. Might be a little bit blurry. It really just depends on what I'm doing. Okay, so I've stretched it out a little bit, right? We're ready to go there. So now I have an image on here. Now that's kind of why I like to use Photoshop really for most of my stuff, so I can crop and stretch without really pixelating much. On this, it kind of pixelates a little bit. But anyway, I have an image here now on Canva. And now I can just start doing stuff. I can add textures. I can add background colors and stuff, which we don't need to worry about. But I can add text. I can add elements like shapes, icons, charts, grids if I want. That's really all you need to know is shapes and text. So something that I might do is I might get a square. I'm going to reshape it down here. And I'm going to make, let's say you're selling this item at, I don't know, you're selling it at $10 and you're doing free shipping, okay? For example, what I might do is now make this a different color. You go up here to this little box up here and you can simply change the color. You know, what I might do is I might actually show you an example of a photo that I did that worked very well for me. I will get it up. I'll get it up right now, actually, and you can have a look and see a photo that I made with Canva, and it did very, very well for me because I've already showed you this product now anyway throughout the course. So I've actually uploaded 2 images here, and I actually made these in Photoshop. I didn't make them in Canva. I remember I don't have the Photoshop one the Canva one anymore, but it's the exact same thing. So what I did is I have an image with a background, which I created myself, but then I have these little call to actions here. Well, not really a call to action, just some information, letting them know as information, because this is space that we can use, so why not use it? And I simply have a strip down here that says free shipping. And on this one, when I do my competitions, you'll see in the top secret module of this course, I run competitions to build up huge Facebook groups. I have a little win me call to action here, and I tell people to write that in the comments section or something like that to get some engagement going and to get responses for the contest or competition. So these are just examples of stuff that I'm doing, and these don't take long to do it all. And these are very good, striking images that really appeal to the eyes. They're good looking. They don't not sore on the eyes. There's no crazy white backgrounds. These are very good looking products, very good looking images. This one's a little bit pixelated. I had a few issues with expanding that one, but the one on the right here looks quite nice. A little bit pixelated on the box, but that's because I had a bad image to work with. But these are great examples of what I'm doing. Now, you can simply, so I've got my rectangle here, right? Now this is if you don't want to use Photoshop and you already have a photo for background. And then I can just add some text. So I'm just going to add a heading here, and I'm going to move it down. If I can, usually I can move all this down. Yep. I'm just going to put some, I'm going to put, this is free shipping, free shipping. I'm going to do the size here, make it a little bit bigger, make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to stretch it out. And I'm probably going to try and change the text to something more friendly on the eyes. This is what we got here. No, chewy. That'll do. That looks like fun. No, actually, I don't like that. So I'm going to that's what I do. I go through and I'm like, I don't like that. I like that. Kind of don't like that. And sometimes it takes quite a while to do my images, but this one will do. Free shipping, just like that. We'll change the color to a white. And there we go. I've just created an image in a few seconds with Canva for free. I haven't spent any money on Photoshop and stuff like that. And then you can simply go download PNG recommended, and you have an image to use. Now you can also do things like I like to sometimes put the price on the image, and what that will do is it will weed out the people that are just window shopping, and it'll bring in the serious buyers. So I might go shapes, and I might get like a little, maybe a hexagon, or what do we got here? Maybe like something like this. Bring it down a bit, kind of tilt it to the side. Well, actually, you don't need to tilt it because it's the same shape all around. I'm actually meant to tilt the text. Sorry about that. So, gonna get some text now. I'm gonna do this. Maybe we'll do it at $9. Oh, so I can't remember what price we were doing. We'll just do $9.95, and I'm going to shrink this a little bit. And what I'm going to do now is move this up into here. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And I'm going to tilt this a little bit. I might change the color out to a red. And now I'm going to change the color of this to maybe a gray, black, a blue. We'll just leave it at maybe black, gray. I don't know. You gotta kind of see what works, because these obviously don't work with it. We might do that and then change the text to a black. There we go. $9.95 with a little thing at the back. Free shipping, and now we have an image just like that within seconds. Like, how easy is that? It's not hard at all. And this is for free if you don't want to use Photoshop. But if you want to do cropping, if you want to crop out the images, and you can only crop out ones that have a white background, like for instance, this one would be hard to crop because it has a shadow. Cut out because it has a shadow. So if you want to do cutting out and cropping and all that sort of stuff, well, you can do cropping on here. Cropping is when you basically change the size of all this. But if you want to do cutting out, you need to have a program like Photoshop or similar. Okay, that's really how it goes with that, because you can probably find free cutout tools online, but I've never tried to look, so I don't know. Now, what I would do now is actually I'm going to download. I'm going to download it, and what I'm going to do is actually upload it to the text overlay for you, just to show you, and we'll see what it looks like. So I'm going to go to my downloads. I'm going to download this. See if we're free to go. See if we can actually advertise this image. Okay, so it says your ad will run normally. We have no problems there, and we are ready to go. So that's it. I've just created some nice little images there. And the thing is, this is it's the same for all of your sizes, right? So if you're doing website conversions, you can do everything the same. All you're doing is just changing the size of the image. So when you go to Canva, instead of doing a 1200 by 900, you'll do a 1200 by 628. Okay, so that's how you can do it with Canva. Check it out. Just very easy. You can mess with a lot of other stuff. There's a lot of other shapes as well, all for free. Use Pixabay for your images, for your backgrounds. Now, if you want to make a video, if you saw my video with the light, tent light, I made it with a program called Camtasia, okay? And all I did is I went to AliExpress and I got a bunch of images. So for instance, I'll go and get all of these images here. I would line them up in my video editor, and I'll just drag them out and have the camera kind of like panning in or zooming in on the images, because you don't actually have to order the product yourself if you don't want to. Then I would simply go to Google and put in royalty-free ambient music, nice subtle music, and you can go to videos if you want, and you can download some from YouTube, royalty-free, make sure they're royalty-free. Then you can simply upload them in the background of the images. So the images are panning along, you're zooming in, they're looking all nice. Drag them out a little bit, like even if the video is 40 seconds, 30 seconds, just put some images up there. This is what I use, Camtasia or any kind of video editing software that you want. And you can just make a nice little video, because guys, video converts very well on Facebook now. It is the way of the future. Images are doing very well still as well, but video really is crushing it on Facebook. It really is. All the tests I've been doing, videos is crushing it. And I understand that when you're testing, you don't have the money to just keep purchasing products and doing videos, and I don't advise stealing other people's videos. So a good way to make videos is to simply download photos of the products, put them in a slideshow with some music and just let it run. And even if it's 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, 50 seconds, however long it is, as long as the video, and you can put some call to actions in there, like at the end I usually do click the link below, click the link above to purchase, and you can have a little free shipping bar down the bottom as well if you like. So yeah, that's just it. If you want to create videos, it doesn't need to be complicated. You can simply do them by creating slideshows in a photo editing software of your choice, and adding in some music. It is not very hard at all. So that's it for this. Very simple. Canva, Camtasia, and Photoshop, if you have it, to create, do a little bit more advanced photo editing, chopping, and cutting out. Right? So that's it for this video. Very simple, very easy. Make your images and videos pop, and you will have a little bit more success with your adverts.